I've got my green tea. We're gonna start shooting now. So, welcome to the beautiful world. What am I saying? I've got help here, so I'm gonna let Chila or Chills do the honors.
Welcome to the beautiful world of aquascaping.
Absolutely. So we're here because we're gonna build this Oase Styleline 85 set, which is actually 75 liters. And you've got permission from your cat, from your husband?
Yes. Yeah, that's exactly why we needed it to be closed, because I also have a cat, so.
You see that, Charlie? I've also got a cat. Chills is relatively new to aquascaping.
Relatively, yes.
On a scale from 1 to 10, where 10 is Tommy, I'm 9 or 8 or whatever, and then 1 is complete beginner. Where are you?
Well, 1 doesn't sound very good, but it's also a nice number, so let's just say a 2.
She's relatively new to this hobby, and I'm going to help her catch up and get to be hopefully as professional as Tommy is.
Wow, how long will that take?
Oh, it depends on you. We start from this tank, and you're gonna be the one who will decide on the style.
Cool.
And we'll decide on what kind of hardscape goes into this and what kind of soil we use in this. This set has an LED light inside, and it also has an internal filter, which we're not gonna use because I'm gonna replace it for you with an external filter, which is an Eheim Professional 4+ 350 filter with biological filter media. It will help clean up the tank much more efficiently.
So even I can do it?
Well, it helps you with maintenance and everything else.
Great.
So we're gonna have a CO2 system because your plants will need CO2 in order to be more aggressive. Was that a bad joke?
Yeah, I did research your YouTube channel and saw that.
You did?
Yes, you have some bad jokes. So how about having a jar where you can just put a little coin each time you tell a bad joke?
Cool, let's do that. I know my humor is
questionable, but it's very nice.
Yeah, well, I admit that. So. This is what I got from Chills.
People will think I'm a bad person. No,
people will not think. People will actually thank you because...
Oh, because they would do it themselves, but they can't.
Tell them what we're gonna do with the money. Because we're gonna give it to you, to one of you.
Oh, yes.
So we're gonna put as much money as we can, all the bad jokes.
Yes, you can also vote in the comments if you think that one bad joke wasn't rewarded enough.
And then we're gonna put in some more. And at the end of, say, 1 or 2 months, the whole money will go to one of you guys. So the jar is yours,
okay.
Just put it somewhere they see. Okay, just to make things clear, it's not Chills money that we're putting into that jar, but it's the green aqua money that we gave to Chills, because ultimately she's gonna be the judge. So that's it.
I do owe 1.
Why?
Because you did say 1.
I did. I didn't catch it. It comes so naturally.
So yeah, we already, the very first one, it's like symbolical.
That's Hungarian forints though, and we're gonna convert it into euros
or someone can get Hungarian forints
or
if they want.
external filters or whatever Victor and Tommy will decide, because they're the money people here. We're just suffering because of their very hard handling of ourselves. Okay, so
Oh wait, I am being instructed that it was.
Not again, not again. We have to begin by deciding what kind of style you'd like to see in this
Okay,
tank.
tell me the options.
You can have a minimalist style, which is rocks only, some meadow, foreground plants, very low maintenance, very simple tank. You can have like a jungle scape with lots of plants, shadows in the tank.
Sounds very nice.
You like dark?
Yes.
Or we can have like a hybrid style where you have wood, rocks, and then some stuff on the wood. Basically whatever style you see here in the gallery.
I want some kind of style that I can teach my husband how to maintain. because he will do it, obviously.
Okay, so you want easy maintenance.
Yes.
Don't put him to weekly 1-hour trimming sessions because he's gonna hate you.
I think it would really calm him down after, you know, like a full day of work, coming home, doing some kind of very calming thing.
Absolutely, that's what happened to me. What does he do?
He's a civil engineer.
Perfect.
Yeah,
And he's also
always
precise,
talking to
right?
customers.
He's also precise.
Yes, exactly.
So we decided on low maintenance. So you don't want plants that will grow very fast. And we decided on jungle style because you like dark. And you can also select darker hardscape. We'll see what we're gonna use. Do we want foreground or we don't want foreground? By foreground, I mean that we're gonna place some sand or some pebbles in the foreground near the front glass here, or have a path that will lead from the foreground to the back, which will help with the perspective. But the problem will be that we're gonna use clay-based substrate under the plants. But that clay-based substrate can roll onto the sand, so again, maintenance-wise, is not a very clever idea.
Why is it harder to maintain?
Because you need to suck out all the granules that have rollen down onto that foreground and onto that sand. You might not want to do that every third, fourth day. Otherwise, this whole thing is going to be covered by clay-based substrate particles that the Amano shrimp and the other fish have possibly, you know, stirred it up and rolled there.
Well, you're the expert, so if you say it's easier to maintain something that does not have this kind of sand path, then I believe you. So let's just go for the easier maintenance one for now.
And we are going to have some substrate that needs to be underneath the clay-based substrate, which is the base layer fertilizing substrate. The base layer fertilizing substrate is a very thick substrate, rich in nutrients.
So are we going to start with like no plants in it and they will just grow in, or are they?
No, we're going to plant it in. So what we're going to do is we're going to put in the substrate, we're going to put the hardscape on top, and then we're going to plant it. I mean, you're going to plant it.
Okay.
It's really easy to plant. I'm going to teach you. Yeah, I promise.
Okay.
Out with it.
Okay.
And then this slides actually underneath the other one, so you can feed the fish from here.
That's very practical.
Just drop it somewhere, it's glass.
Okay.
We don't need the light for now. We start with the base layer fertilizing substrate, which is the ADA Power Sand Advance M, the gray.
That sounds very scientific.
The gray bag.
Gray bag. Okay, that's not
the gray
that
bag
scientific.
in the back. Just pour it in.
All in?
All in.
Okay.
Well, we'll see. Okay, enough. Enough. That underneath.
I'm not.
Oh, we
I'm
need.
not tall enough.
Yeah, we need a step or something.
That's for kids.
No, I'm using the steps all the time for big tanks, no problem. And I'm gonna give you an ADA sand flattener so you don't get your hands dirty.
Good.
And then you just make it nice and even everywhere.
I'm a big girl. I can do it without a step, see?
Oh yeah, you can. Now don't do that with the glass.
Okay, sorry.
Because I do it all the time. We've got about 1 centimeter high of base layer fertilizing substrate in here, and that is really good for the plants, but it's also good for bacteria because you've got a lot of very good bacteria working for you, and those bacteria are actually decomposing ammonia. Let's get into chemistry. How good are you at chemistry?
Well, I'm better at physics.
If you got a lot of ammonia, that will cause algae, and it will cause the fish to suffer or die if you have lots of ammonia in your tank. And you need something to decompose ammonia, and that something are the bacteria. The same thing is happening in the external filter as well. So the substrate is actually helping the external filter to clean up your water.
Are we going to put more, or this is...
You don't want more because you want to have some other kind of substrate on top of it, because if this gets in direct contact with water, you're going to have cloudy water because a lot of bacteria and organics are going to be released into the water.
How do you know how much is enough?
1 centimeter, about 1 centimeter. But if you have more towards the back, and I would strongly suggest you to move this a little bit back towards the back, ideally you would want the base layer fertilizing substrate to be higher in the back because the clay-based soil that goes on top will also be higher.
All right, let me try.
All right, just make a nice even slope towards the back. Where is this tank visible from? Is it visible from all three sides?
Three sides.
And which one is the dominant side, the right one or the left one?
Well, if you come from the kitchen, it will be the right
More
side.
visible. I mean, and what's happening on this side?
There's a door to
A secret
the terrace.
door.
Secret door to, yeah.
To another dimension, the low-tech dimension.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
It's coming back.
Because you don't make a slope. You make an even slope towards the back and then it's fine.
That sounds like an engineer's job.
Maybe we should have invited your husband here
Yes.
then. So I'm going to pour in the Aquasoil Amazonia version 2, which has soil supplements.
Nem tudom kinyitni. I can open it.
Very good.
Can I open it?
She needs no help.
No, I'm a big girl. I can open it.
You can cut it.
Okay. Fine.
No, don't cut an EDA bag.
Now that's 2 coins. Because you scared me too.
Good points.
That's your money, so.
Yeah, it's your money, I told you. Those supplements will help to enrich the soil with some nutrients. You can sprinkle the whole thing into that. There you go.
I'm so good at this. Is this really a job? Just kidding.
No,
just
it's
kidding.
a hobby. It's the best hobby in the world. The secret of pouring this in is that you need to actually pour it in the front where you don't have anything, because if you try to put it in the middle, it will push all the grain sides and it will push the slope back. I'm starting from there and then I'm moving like this, see? Where's the sand flattener?
Which one?
That metal thing that we used to do the substrate.
Ah, yes. The magic wand. There you go.
Grain size is visible here, so you have to distance that from the front.
This is so relaxing, actually.
Okay, so I think it's enough. We need to kind of make a smaller slope by adjusting it a little bit.
I'll get my hands dirty.
Right. Yeah, really professional aquascapers do it all the time.
Yes. I want plants.
No,
I'm excited. Where are the plants?
we're not at the plant section yet. We need to decide what kind of hardscape you want in. And by hardscape, I mean what kind of rocks and wood. The hardscape room, right?
Wow.
We've got basically 2 types of wood that we can use. We've got the redwood wood, which is a very nice looking wood. And then we've got the ironwood, which is, as the name suggests,
Oh,
a lot heavier.
yes.
You can
and
do
darker.
workout with this.
I like this more.
You like this more? We've got bigger pieces and we got smaller pieces, which is behind me.
Smaller is better, no?
Well,
When it
depends.
comes to wood.
Well,
Sorry.
can we use this? Well, clink. I don't have the jar
Yeah.
with me. Wait a second.
Well, this was a good joke. It looks like a flamingo.
Like a flamingo.
Yeah.
Exactly. So let's have this flamingo here.
Okay, yeah, I like.
And-
Can you find me a cat too?
Cats. We're gonna put some paper towels in between those two and drip some super glue on top. And that will just harden in a minute.
That seems pretty complicated.
It's not. And then what kind of rocks do we want to have? We can have cereal stones, or we can have dark cereal, or you can have lava stones.
That looks.
Do you like lava stones?
Yeah.
So we can have lava stones at the base. Drop it in there.
Thank you.
You know my to be or not to be.
Yeah.
This is the question.
Oh.
Very bad joke.
Yes.
Ladies first.
Thank you.
Let's move to the other side. You've got the
The cheese.
dragon stone. She's looking.
It has holes and it's yellowish.
Okay.
Sorry. I'm new. I
Not
told you.
everything is cheese that has holes.
Okay. Let's just put everything in because
Okay.
this is bad. This is getting bad.
We're done with this place because we already selected the hardscape, so we're just stalling time. Let's go back.
Right.
Let's go back. So let's build the hardscape. Where's the hardscape?
Did you forget that?
Yeah,
it's like it's heavy, you're supposed to take it.
I do all the heavy duty today.
That looks exactly like a flamingo. That's so nice.
I know. You need to get it wet.
I think it's good. Did I put too much?
No, but you've got the biggest smoke yet. The hardscape is kind of ready.
Probably we will like it so much that we will want to have, you know, the whole room as an aquarium.
So you just have a second aquarium. Do you know what's that called? It's called the multiple tank syndrome.
Oh, there's a syndrome for that.
Yeah, it's the multiple tank syndrome.
Yeah, it's like with tattoos, but with fish tanks.
Fish tank tattoos?
No, or a fish tank tattoo. That one deserves a coin.
Guys, if any of you have a fish tank tattoo, please let me know in the comments. In nature, you rarely see symmetry, so I don't like to use it as much. So I always want to have some decomposition.
That's not actually true. If you just think about the human face, we find a face more beautiful if it's symmetrical. The more symmetrical it is, the more beautiful we find it. So there is symmetry in nature, just not in nature
in landscapes
construction
or something.
Probably, yes.
Like, yeah.
Yep, looks good.
More rocks, or you think it's
I
enough?
think it's enough.
Don't you want to have something in here in the front?
What do you usually put on the front?
Well, another rock for a change.
Oh. I think it should be smaller if it's in the front, but I don't know, I'm not the expert.
Ideally, you would want bigger pieces in the front and smaller pieces in the back, because if you look at a hill that is very distant, it will look very small. So if you want to add perspective to the tank, you would want the bigger pieces to be, and also the bigger plants to be in the front, and then the smaller plants to be in the back.
But then you won't see the smaller ones in the back.
And that's the trick. That's why we elevate the whole structure.
So plants? Finally, plants?
Yeah, let's select the plants.
Let's select the plants.
Do you know what this is?
That's a dino, you know.
Dinosaur. Finger. What I'm suggesting, if you want junglescape,
yes,
you should use ferns. That is the Microzorum trident. And you've got the Bolbitis, which is the other guy. So we've got the ferns. These will go in the middle of the structure.
And do I need to water them? Just joking. It has these bubbles in it.
All the plants that you see around us, 90% of the plant is made from gases that it uptakes.
That's very interesting,
from the air
actually.
and from the water.
What's also interesting to see is where they produce the oxygen, because I knew that they do produce it, but I never imagined, like, do they do it on the leaves or, you know, everywhere or something?
Yeah. Maybe if you want mid-ground plants, you can go with the Styrogyne repens. You can use the hair grass for the foreground, or you could have this kind of carpet. Monte Carlo is a really great plant. It's a carpeting plant, and it's a little bit more difficult to maintain than the hair grass. This is the carpet with the hair grass, and you will have to decide whether you like this kind of carpet more.
But they both look so good. I mean, yeah, just surprise me. You can choose.
Let's choose both. Next step, background plants. We need something behind the ferns. I never tried this before. We usually don't use plants behind the ferns because they will grow so high and so big that they would cover everything in the background. But I would suggest you to use the Cyperus helferi. The last step is the Anubias and the Bucephalandra, the epiphyte plants. Epiphyte plants are plants that would live on rocks and wood, so they don't need to be in the substrate. This is the Anubias Bonsai, and we're going to use, well, at least 5 of them. And let's use some red Bucephalandras, which will add a little bit of reddish color, brownish reddish color. Ooh. And maybe we can use some green Bucephalandras as well. So these are the last plants that we're going to use in this scape, and if we need something else, We're gonna come back and get more.
So we're back with the plants.
And we're gonna wrap it up here, guys, because next week we're gonna show you how Chills receives her first planted tank in her home. So we're gonna see you next week. Please do not forget to subscribe if you didn't do so yet, and hit that like button to promote this channel and to bring these videos to a wider audience. We'll see you next week.
Don't forget to aquascape.
Absolutely. Bye.
Bye.
Next week on Green Aqua.
We will see how we are going to build the whole thing and fill it with water. My husband's going to love this.